Well, hey there, team. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Last Call BBS. So this is the, last, not just latest game from Zachtronics. They're actually shutting down after this. I think they'll still be in a sort of, you can buy copies and they'll patch out bugs or whatever. But essentially, this is their big sort of grand finale. Now, Zachtronics, if you're not aware, is a very indie studio. In fact, if you were to describe them, I would say they probably embrace the spirit of indie gaming. Just full stop. They would be the high bar as far as the sort of the discipline, right? They put out a lot of different games. Some of them are real brain-twisting puzzles, but they've done all sorts of weird stuff with like visual novels and more actiony, like competitive solitaire. There's a lot of different games. I've covered some over the years, and because of that's such a wide range, it's going to miss maybe more than it hits with an individual, depending on their sort of their taste palette, right? Anyway, so they've basically decided, and I think they've done some AMAs and that sort of stuff, so you can go and look it up, but they've decided that they're going to sort of put a pin in it. I think they're all still going to be in game dev. They're just sort of folding the studio and moving on to the next thing, which I can understand. I can totally appreciate feeling stagnant in your position, especially if you're running a studio. And it sort of has a reputation for behaving in a certain way. But anyway, so this is the sort of finale. It's also on Game Pass. In fact, I'm playing it on the Game Pass build at the moment. So you should have Game Pass and you can pick it up for free there. Essentially, it's a sort of, not an anthology, but there's a bunch of games in here on this fictitious, Power Lance sort of thing. So it's sort of a bunch of games within one sort of meta game with a little background behind it. So let's see what it's all about. Now, I don't presume to know, but I got the impression that this might be some ideas that they've had bouncing around the studio over the years, but it never, for whatever reason, never got off the launch pad into a full sort of game. Not to say that these are bad or anything like that, but it sort of makes sense. The stuff that stayed on the cutting room floor, you could put it all together into one release. So I get the impression that that's what's going on here. A lot of little cool ideas that never made it into maybe a full game. Welcome, handy mate. Welcome, asking you shall receive. This is my old Saiwayama machine, all set up like it was back then. I even got the BBS running again, so you can dial in and download more of these retro games. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to that term. Anyway, the story of all this stuff, is there a scroll? No. The story of all this stuff is also a story about people, so I wrote a few notes about how I came across these things and whatever else came to mind as I was getting ready. You might find it interesting, you might not. Either way, it's there. Have fun. Okay, what do these buttons do? Welcome, memo pad, address book. Cool. Open memo. Okay, yeah, I can minimize this. This is so cute. Okay, what's on drive 0? Let's have a look in here. God, this is taking me back. Netronics Connect. Let's go. What is going on here? Dial last call BBS. Yeah. Connected. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Last call. File list. Oh, what's going on here? Right, so we've got the sort of system, solitaire. You've got solitaire on the desktop, but you sort of dial up to get these games. Oh, this is so cool. I started the BBS thinking nobody would really use it, so I imagine my surprise when the first user dialed in, then the next, then the next. I like to think it was a big community success story, although you can't argue with the free downloads either. People used to call them wares, or I suppose wares or whatever. I never said it out loud, but wares is what I always call that stuff. And the computer industry called it illegal. Illegal piracy. I won't try to justify it. I just want to share the cool stuff I found, a lot of which you couldn't get any other way. For a while, Last Call was about as big a BBS as you could find in the Kansas City area. That was important in the era of long-distance telephone fees. Now, I don't know how fictitious all of this is. Like, obviously, we've got Solitaire, right? Or a reimagining of it. Maybe we'll click on that, actually, just to see. Like, was Last Call an actual game that they've re-released or reskinned or changed? I don't know. But I kind of appreciate the sort of... There's something to be said about having a retro game, but this is in a sort of retro desktop setting, and even with that notepad, it is harkening back to the vibe of the days of retro, as opposed to just being a game that we would get released in 2022 that's retro themed. This whole thing is Well, as I understand it, it's trying to sort of embrace that retro feel. All right, so this is just good old bloody solitaire, is it? Huh? Clickety click, clickety clack. 6, 8, 9. Ace. Okay, cool. Can we minimize that? All right, let's do that. Okay, cool. So what's going on here? Come on in, take a seat, and let the barkeep serve up something you never knew you needed. Press a key to view more information on the file. Dungeons and diagrams? 20th century food court? Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Let's, hack match ROM plus emulator? Oh, wow. All right, well, look, how long is this video going to be? Let's just have a bit of a squiz and see what we can find. The point of this game is to figure out what the map looks like by filling in squares according to the numbers on the top and side, while making sure you follow the rules. It's a fun puzzle. That sounds like Minesweeper. Trying to figure out. Yeah. Anyway, let's not overthink it. It's a fun puzzle and a good to kill time with. Stick to it. Stick it to the man by putting it on your work terminal if you don't think the boss will see. Any trouble you get in at the office is your own responsibility. All right, cool. Difficulty rating 3. Download. D for download. Time remaining 1 minute. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Can I... Now, that's my handy mate. System. What's going on in the system? Let's have a squiz. Oh, look at this. 500 XB. Let's go. Video. Full screen. Window. Oh, no, I don't want to mess with any of that. What is this? Pixel scaling. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, cool. Screen effect enabled. Yeah. Nice. So we can fiddle with some of the settings. Cool. Input, QWERTY. Cool. I like that. That's very cute. Okay. Nectronics Connect, right? All right. So we'll have to wait for that to download. Well, I guess let's play some bloody solitaire while we wait. God, when was the last time I played solitaire? Holy dooly. I almost have to remember how to play it again. You know? 7 on 8. 6 on... Oh, right, okay. 5, 7, 8. Could use the king, that's for sure. 7. Nah. Oh, was that my thing downloading? That's what it's... Maybe that was, that little chime. Dungeons and Diagrams has been saved to drive 0. Yes. You've reached your download quota. Hang up and call back in 15 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go with it. Well, look, game, you're making it difficult for me to have a look at this, all of the games, but I get the theme that they're going for. Let's go. Dungeons and Diagrams. This has taken me back, man. All right, what is this? Brightleaf Iron Mine. 1. Yeah, okay. What happens if I click on that? 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what if I click on you? I can't click on you. I can't. Oh, I like this. I like this already. 0. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, we've got that. Oh, this is great. This is tickling my brain. We've got to figure this one out, hey? 0, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. Let's just start. I think we have to trial and error it a bit. All right. Okay. Problem. Need another one in here. Oh, no way. Right, that's got to be it, right? Is that it? Is that solved? Dungeons and diagrams? I assume it's solved. Yeah, right. That like it didn't give me a bloody tick or anything. Can I download another game yet or not? Disk usage. Oh, hang on. How do I dial the thing again? Netronics. Is it going to give me the bloody timer? Because otherwise we might just have to play this one game. Netronics collect. Oh, what is this? Dial world time. Oh wait, is this just going to give me a time? I enjoy this poking and prodding. Sure, the gimmick might run out. World time server. You're thinking, a world clock, what's the big deal? Sure, I know it might not seem that impressive today, but you have to remember this was before everything was networked together. Dialing into the world time server was the first time I realized, hey, I'm really connected to the whole world through this thing. It's hard to describe what that feeling was like. This is great. This is a sort of nostalgia that I never really realized that I had. I like this a lot. But I suppose that's why you're into these old machines in the first place, isn't that right? You're looking for that same rush of excitement I felt when I realized computers would change the world. This is pretty cool, pretty wild. Disconnect. Equity first. Let's go. This makes me think of, what was that RPG where it was a desktop with pop-ups, like there were old school window. What was it called? Oh, I've got it in my library, but I don't want to sift through like 10,000 games. If you guys can think of it, put the name down. But essentially, it was like an RPG, but it was like a file browser. So your inventory was a window that you popped up like on a desktop, and so was the world map. And when you fought dudes, they were like pop-ups that would move around and bounce around on your screen that you have to click on. So it was all like the idea of playing in a browser. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much time, but oh my God, what was the name of that? What a game. Stock prices. Showing up to the minute stock quotes was always a surefire demo, and it sold quite a few systems. Some guys' eyes would just light up. It was a big deal at the time because otherwise you either looked up stock prices in the newspaper once or twice a day, or you called your broker to ask him what was happening. So this was a huge advantage. That is, if you were the kind of guy who cared about stocks. I wasn't. Now, every so often, I think about how cheap Axiom was then, and I wonder what my life would have been like now if I bought some. Yeah, well, you know, you don't want to dwell on that too much. That's cool. Okay, so this is a bit of a trip down memory lane, isn't it? Okay. Netronics, let's disconnect. Dial the BBS. Is it going to give me the come back in 15 minutes thing again? Last call. You have reached your download quota. I mean, okay, cool. I get it. I'll say it's a bold choice. Doing this for like you're almost encouraging people to turn the game on. Or maybe, you know, actually through a different lens, you're encouraging people to play more of the game that they've already got downloaded, as opposed to the modern problem of no one beats anything and they just keep playing on to the next one. But anyway, maybe I'm overthinking it. Well, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's what the game's going for, isn't it? The secret tunnels. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, there's 6 here. Right. Right. That'll work, right? I want the treasure. Give me the treasure. I wonder if that's it. See, because it shows the solution, and if you go back, like if I just go click random things and go back, it shows that. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm actually technically solving any of these. I'm trying to do it. Do you have like a view tutorial? Here we go. Hark, brave adventurer. In this game, you must use logic to complete the dungeon map by placing walls in the correct spaces. Number next to each row indicates how many walls it contains. Yeah. Left click to place walls. Every empty space in a map is part of either a treasure room or a hallway. Right click to mark empty spaces. Okay. Treasure rooms are always 3 by 3. Oh, okay. With a single entrance and a single chest. The chest can be in any of the spaces. Okay. Every monster is in a dead end. Every dead end contains a monster. I don't know what that means. Like that? I don't see how that works. All empty spaces connect into a single contiguous shape. Right. Diagonal spaces are never considered to be adjacent. Right. So it has to be horizontal and vertical. Hallways are always 1 space wide. Outside of treasure rooms, there will never be a 2 by 2 block of empty spaces. Oh, yes. Place all walls correctly to solve the puzzle and unlock more. Okay, I see. I understand. What was the other thing? View registration? Cracked by Danks Division. Do not redistribute. All right, well, we can do this. Is there a reset button or anything? No. Okay, we can work this out. We can work it out. All right, well, something like that's how it has to be by the look of it. They all have to be in a dead end. And let's just say we fill that in for the time being. Right, and let's do that. And right. What do we reckon? See, that's not going to work because that has to be there, right? So let's think about that. And the 3 by 3 can't be including him. I think it's probably safe to say this wall has to be there. All right, which means these can't be there because of the 3. This has to be there, which means that can't be there. Now, these 2 we're not sure about. It's going to be one or the other. 3. Hang on. Oh, no, that 3's fine. That 1. Hang on. How does that work out? So that can't be there? I thought the treasure room has to be 2 by 2. 3 by 3, sorry. Oh, you know what? I'm assuming it has to be up against the wall. Oh, it probably does, actually. Oh, no. 1. I don't think he can be in the treasure room. This is cool. Hang on. Help me, game. Help me understand. Treasure rooms are always 3 by 3 with a single entrance and a single chest. I understand. Chess can be any of these spaces. All right, how about, can we reset the board? Now, if I right click, I can put down a little blippity blip. So I think it's pretty safe to say that it has to be that. That has to be a thing. And these we know are definitely empty, right? And then this has to be, you know what? Because of the one there, it has to be here. It has to be there. There's no question about it, right? Which means this has to be as well, doesn't it? That's the thing that's throwing me. It has to be 3x3 with one door. Oh, you know what? One of these can be the door, right? Let's just say it's that, arbitrary, which means these have to be taken. So that's definitely there. That's that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can that be right? Hang on, there's something, that's not right. That's not right at all. That's not right at all. I must be making an assumption in here somewhere. Yeah, I think I've made a dumb assumption about one of these pathways, like this. Yeah. That could be the door. You know what? That could be the door. That could be the door. All right, here we go. Something like that, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's beginning to learn. Oh, this is so good. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Dungeons and Diagrams was a fun little puzzle game that spread through the office. It was an older version than this with simpler graphics. So I'm assuming this is real. I don't think this is all totally fake. I don't know though, because I don't know, you know? Someone gave it to me who got it from his friend, who got it from a different friend, and so on. That's how things spread. I remember that. I remember that with like Blackstone. I knew a guy that got a whole bunch of like shareware demos from overseas because we're in Australia, so it's very different. And I'm pretty sure that got passed around the school on the little floppies or whatever they were. Yeah, I remember that. I got a couple of demos that way. And shareware, you know, in that time, you just play. That was like the full game, essentially. Yeah, I remember that. I think there might have been like an Apogee or a Microprose, like a Apache Command or something like that. Oh man, I haven't thought of it. My mind tells me that was in grade 2. So 92. Wow, this is weird. Okay. Thinking about all this stuff. So there you go. But I don't think you could cover this game without having a bit of nostalgia. Well, if you're from my age bracket as well. The guy who made it was in Finland, but nobody knew how to contact him. We all would have liked to have sent him some money, but how? Exactly, a different time. Eventually I was able to make contact by going through a connection in the Sawayama Nordic office. Such a small world back then. Yeah, see, again, because this Sawayama thing's made up. So I don't know if like this is all fictitious or maybe there was a game just like this, but they've ported it into this sort of fantasy world of the game. Anyway, Nectronics Collect. Have we what else have we got here? What is this? 6. Hack. Test your block matching metal against 4 wacky hackers. This game wasn't super well known over here, but you might have seen or played a version from your home console. Okay. Let's go back to listing. What else have we got? 20th Century Food Court. See if you can make food for people in the future in this factory game from Zach Matix. Definitely a weird premise, but once you try it, you might enjoy it, especially if you're technically minded. The interface reminds me of this guy I know who has a whole room in his house dedicated to a machine that makes electronic noise. It's okay. Sure. Steed Force Hobby Studio. You don't even have to be a fan of the Steed Force TV show or even know what it is to enjoy this model building simulator toy. Snap pieces together and paint them with different colors. Fix decals if you want. Have fun. There's no particular goal. So this is sort of like a model builder thing. I think I saw screens for it. What is this? Kabufuda Solitaire. There's a lot of solitaire around, but I've never seen one quite like this. It's totally unique design. It's played with traditional Japanese Kabufuda cards. A fun challenge if you've gotten too used to your built-in Sawayama software. Okay, cool. And then what is this? The Forbidden Path. Grow weird flesh sculptures in order to escape death. I don't think many people played this game when it came out. The ideas and presentation are pretty out there. Honestly, though, it's worth the experience, even if it's a little hard to figure out. Lots of folks are scared by the idea that they might not be around forever. Are you? Oh, wow. How far would you go for the quest of immortality? And then Chip Wizard Professional. Something different from our usual fare. This download is a professional computer-aided design program for integrated circuits. You ask, Barkeep, why the heck is this one on here? I say, why not? More to the point, this software package normally costs thousands of dollars. So go ahead and give it a spin. Oh, it's kind of cool, I guess. All right, look, let's just go to 20th Century Food Court. We might have to do a follow-up video on this. Download. This will probably take a while, right? 3 minutes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get enough time in. But I want to play this some more. I'm enjoying it too much. All right, hang on. Let's clear all this out. Oops. Yeah, I might make a little mini series of this, just having a look at all the different games. All right, so we've got the chest there, and it's going to be 3x3. So this has to be a wall, right? That's a given, surely. And because of its position here, well, actually, that could exist, couldn't it? All right. So hypothetically, we could have something like that. Right? In fact, that's starting to really make sense. Let's go with that working theory at the moment. All right. Oh, no, 6 across. That's right. So that looks promising, doesn't it? Bang, bang. Do it. Bang, bang, bing, bong. What do we reckon here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of has to be, right? Yep. You can't have 2x2s. So there we go. Yeah. It's got to be a dead end. Yeah. 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 Huh. He's done it. Now that he understands what's going on. Oh, come on, give me another one. Give me another one. This is too good. Look at this dude. Look at these little character designs. This is sick. All right. All right, well, hang on. We've got zeros. Let's be sensible here. That sort of narrows it down a little bit. All right, we got 5 here. So do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's safe to say the wall's going to be here. I mean, 5? That looks promising. Yeah, 2, that won't work there. Okay, they have to be open. Boom, boom, boom. One, two. I mean, does that work? Yeah, that works. See, that doesn't work. Can that be? Oh, I think my thing's finished downloading. Okay. It doesn't make sense, does it? There we go. Wait. Problem. We can't have this. It has to be that 0 for sure. There we go. It's going to be that, and one of these is going to be the door. Right. Boom, boom. That's got to be the end of a dead end, so I think that looks reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that works. He's not in a dead end. Let's box him in. See what we can do with that. All right, so that can't be. So it has to be like that. It has to be like that. There's no two ways about that. Right? That has to be. Wait, 2? Oh, you're killing me, game. These have to be 0s. Oh, I don't know, my brain's melting. Because diagonal doesn't count. I thought we covered that. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. Look, we're running out of time. We're going over, and I think you get the gist of it. Sorry to leave you hanging. Anyway, so this is great. You should check it out. You should have Game Pass. It's very cool. I like it. Let me know if you want to see some more of this, because I think we might actually do a bit more of a segment to see what else is on the in the sort of anthology, as it were. Anyway, what a cool game. This makes me want to go back and check out all the old Zachtronics games. There's never been a better time to do it, especially since they're sort of hanging up the gloves, as it were. Yeah, but this is cute. Everyone needs a little game like this on occasion. Anyway, team, thanks again for joining me. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.